All right, it's 6 MOA time, Duran, and I know we're crazy busy, but I just literally built this to show you. So Duran's seeing it for the first time. You're all seeing it. We have built all of these different products and service lines, and we have a way, we're building and selling this stuff. But I literally just ran a report and found that our AI notices that we send are impacting AI citation. It says 2 hours, but I posted something yesterday in 15 minutes. It was showing up. Like,
well, this is the release that we did for the robotics industry deep research.
Yeah, talk about this, but talk about this report that you built, and I'm going to talk about this.
Oh yeah, so wow, okay, so this is very cool. First of all, we get back to this, but what we do at Zen is we do deep industry reports. We'll do like 10,000 prompts, and 10,000 prompts across 5 different LLMs gives us like insane amount of raw data. It's, I think, like we get access to like 100,000 plus citations, and actually no, 250,000 plus citations, and what AI thinks, and it gives us the whole sales and lead generation pipeline of how people make decisions from unaware to problem aware to solution aware to product aware to most aware. It's pretty insane. And we advertise this. We basically say, look, we have this report. You should see this if you're in the robotics industry. So it seems like what you did is you did a Gen AI notice for this, and now we're #1 for this. Is that it?
In several different areas. Like, I mean, I've got the receipts, I've got the actual screenshots. I was just making a mock report because obviously we're building all the time. So this isn't even a real report. This is just something I was creating in Claude Cowork. So I went to just Google search and searched a bunch of terms like AI visibility for robotics industry, robotics AI visibility. And we were #1 in Google search, Google News, and Google AI mode, literally in 25 minutes.
That's insane. That's insane. So if anybody, for marketing and lead gen purposes, if any one of the prospects that we want to do business with are typing AI visibility for robotics industry or AI perception for robotics industry, Zen basically pops up, and we're able to do that. And this has a couple of other things where we're also linking back from these Gen AI notices from hundreds of sources. So it also increases the landing page we have where we are requesting people opt in to be able to see this detailed report. It gives us, this is crazy. You said 20 minutes. How many minutes?
I mean, it was like 25 minutes. That's and insane. Then I was doing, because I nerd out, I was going through these prompts. Even when we didn't show up as the answer, I was looking at related research, and this report was being flagged. And not our native, not on our own site, but the actual Globe Newswire distribution was being flagged as a research site because it has such high authority. And then I wrote an article on my Hacker Noon column and linked back to this, and that was also being cited. I took some screenshots last night. We had like the first 4 spots for some pretty like OEM robotics AI, like just crazy terms. So I still don't know all the impact of this, but
well, the impact is from a monetary standpoint. Again, clients always ask about what is the ROI? What can I get for this? Well, let's just talk about it. To be able to submit this, what costs a few $1,000s, right? Yeah. If we get one prospect, like just one, this is worth like $250,000 for us. If we get only one, now imagine you do this on a monthly basis, and imagine you hit 10, 20, 30 very, very niche areas, subcategories of solutions that you have, every 30 days or every, 28 days, Sarah says, 28 days news cycle. So, I mean, this is priceless. Like if you are able to be, if you have the capability to be the answer in 15, 20 minutes. Now, this is not only just submitting this notice, right, Sarah? So I guess you break this down and tell everybody like what needs to happen, because this is not like, hey, I thought about this idea, I'm going to show up for this. No, this is, you have to go through Zavi, you have to create 1,000 report, like prompt report, you have to do the research, you have to find the gap. Talk about that.
There's layers to this. I was actually doing a live, I guess, webinar interview yesterday, and someone asked, well, can't anyone just do this? I was like, not unless you have access to Duran's brain and everything that we've built. And there are layers to this, but there's also systems, that exist. So you knew, Duran, that we needed to own a category. Let's call it robotics, right? Because we know that's an ICP, that's something we want to reach. What's valuable to these folks when we're living in this time of AI visibility? What's research that's never been done before? Then we have this tool that originally wasn't even built for anything like this. And you're like, let's wave a magic wand and let it start pulling data in this way to accomplish X to help us. Well, now it can help this whole industry. And then it comes to the news layer, right? These AI notices, whatever. Here, I'm going to take mine off and let you share.
So as you're explaining, what I'll do is I'll go over what actually happened with one of these things. Keep going, and I'll share my screen and show how this works.
But then, I know buzzwords proprietary, but there's all these other steps that happen. Like, you have to understand how to actually write this as what we call an AI notice. It's very specific. It's built off of already hundreds of hours of training for GEO best practices, AI visibility best practices. We've met with the Globe Newswire team and come up with all of these very specific formatting and templates on how to do this. And then, so our research matters, the way we package it matters, the way we distribute it matters. And then that system that we've created, all the things that link back to this matter. And now we've got it so well oiled that even though it's this in 2 hours we impact it, we're also tracking this long term. Before you do this, because my ADHD is kicking in, we pulled yesterday all of our clients' Google AI overviews in SEMrush. So this isn't just 2 hours, but like 30 days, 45 days out, there's a massive spike.
Yep. You want me to show that spike for one of the clients?
I love receipts.
So let's actually look at it really quickly, because this, I think, proves when we see something like this, it always is great and it's nice. Let me try to find it. There we go. So this is it. Like, if you look at this, literally, this is the spike. And what is this? Is that within 30 days?
This one is, yes. Mm-hmm.
So AI overviews in 30 days. What is that? That's insane. That's like a 300, 400%, 300 something percent increase in 30 days. And this is because, again, let's go over this. So I think it would be good for us to explain what we are doing. Now, this is the industrial report that we are basically pitching. This is a very detailed report. It costs us, I don't know, a few $1,000s to run this. Very valuable. The reason it's valuable is we're breaking down on a quarterly basis what the buying patterns are within the robotics industry, how people make decisions to actually install and optimize robotics arms and hardware into their facilities, their manufacturing facilities. There are, you might be an automaker, you might be a manufacturer, you might be a, polishing guy. Like, it doesn't really matter. Everybody's using this. And then we identify the industry problems. And this is all coming from the raw output of LLMs. Like, again, AI visibility that everybody's talking about is just 1% of this. We are not in the business of AI visibility. That's easy. We're in the business of AI perception, which is take the raw data and make decision-making, create a decision-making engine from that, right? So, for example, we have another agency, Optimum 7, and Optimum 7 does e-commerce migration. So yesterday I had a conversation with Sarah. I was like, Sarah, I need to absolutely dominate anything that has to do with platform migrations. So what I did is I went to Zavi and I did the research. And the research basically is very simple. I said, I want you to tell me where Optimum 7 stands when it comes to top e-commerce migration agencies, best Shopify migration agencies, best e-commerce migration agencies, best platform migration agencies. And I ran a report. And the report basically tells me, and we can look at this report because we're not, on AI, we're not actually doing really, really good as we want to be. So if you look at this report, the report literally gives me, shoot. Huh?
We will in 30 days.
Yeah, we will in 30 days, literally. The report gives me gaps of where I'm showing up. And then at the end of the day, the report tells me, look, here is decision-making is the biggest issue that CMOs, directors of marketing, head of growth, director of PR, VP of marketing, founders, CEOs, decision making. Like, yeah, you gave me this report, beautiful, but what the hell am I going to do with this report? Well, now we have this system that tells us exactly what to do. Like, here are the problems you need to solve. Here are the pieces of content that you need to create. I literally, and then of course we are nerds, so we have cloud code running and all of this stuff. So literally it's telling me, look, this is your plan of action. This is exactly what you need to do. And based on that, we're going to do a series of Gen AI notices, owned content, and we're going to pitch some content to some of the 10,000 publications we have. And within 30 days, I'm going to dominate anything that has to do with platform migrations between Shopify plus BigCommerce and anybody else. And it all comes from this research.
One other part of this that I love, and we haven't even hit this, when you go back to the back end of Zavi, there's the ability that CSV export. I don't know if you know that I do this.
So let's go back. If you go back, you get a raw output. So here is the raw output.
That CSV export, I take that raw data and do so much with it, just from a PR perspective. I'll use it for thought leadership ideation. Sometimes we pitch podcast episodes based on this, because I'll look at what potentially real customers, real ICPs could be prompting. And the other thing is, this is a thesis, but I think it's pretty much proven at this point. Think about keywords when you're trying to rank for things historically with SEO, right? Category, insert your name, whatever. Now in the age of agentic commerce and what we're moving into, we actually want to hit the persona, the person who is at the heart of that category, right? These personas in here have changed everything in how I create and for what I do, because we're writing for these people, or I want to rank for these people, right? In LLMs, I want this person type to see what I'm sharing, not just the generic category, robotics, no, but a decision maker, a C-suite person within the robotics industry. That's my keyword. And I think it's just fascinating.
Yep. And this is the game. And at the end of the day, the other thing that we do, we are using multiple tools to verify that information. Like, if you look at this, there were some planning here that I want to show you, which makes a huge difference, right? So these are the competitors that show up for migrations, right? But look, so it's breaking down literally what kind of content I would need to do. And I just want to show you this. This is Sarah's genius, right?
I got to say hi to Marshall. We've been put you on the payroll. Thank you.
And so Sarah, and this is coming from your whole AI notice types, right? The listicle, the reputation, blah, blah, blah. So when I feed all of this information, it literally says, look, if you want to rank for best type of agency for X, then you got to write this. If you want to rank for how much X costs, then you got to write this. If you want to do, will I lose X if I do Y, then you want to rank for this. So it literally breaks down the entire process. And the only reason that we are able to do this is because we get access to the core data by spending, again, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars every single month in API costs with these 5 LLMs using Zavi.
We also have a team. I mean, this is not something you can hack together. I literally, before this cauldron, I was on with one of our lead AI developers, and I always feel like I know nothing when I talk to him. And I was like, okay, stupid questions, but tell me, how do I do this and connect this? I'm trying to overhaul this entire plugin. I mean, so this isn't something anyone can just jump in and create. This is true AI people working on this, and we I couldn't create this.
Yeah, so this goes back almost 12 months. We've built this over the past 12 months, and we built it for us as operators, right? To solve our own problems. We're a business too. We want to be visible just like everybody else in the areas that we want to show up for. So we do lead gen, we do ads, we do everything that we preach. But then again, this gives us that baseline, and without this, you can't really couple this with a strategy and execute this. You could try, you could try to do this with ChatGPT and Claude, but you need the raw access, the raw data information. And then once you plug in everything, then you get something like, I think we should show people this, Sarah, because I think it's still up. So let's say AI visibility for robotics industry. So when I do that, and then there's going to be a point where we show up, right? Like, hey, this is Globe Newswire. Now,
2, 3. We're in the Hacker Noon article. Link back.
Hacker Noon is there. And we're basically here. And if you go to ChatGPT and ask that same question, let's do it if it's going to pop up. I'm just curious. I'm in incognito, right?
Are you on the? Are you logged? Oh, you're in incognito. Let's see.
Moment of truth is a buzzword. Blah blah blah. There you go. So it's pulling up. It's pulling from our press release.
AI notice. It's pulling from our AI notice.
AI notice. There you go. My bad. AI notice. Sarah gives me a hard time. This is not a press release. It's an AI notice because it's not. We're not actually announcing news. Is that the right way to say it, Sarah?
Yeah, and the distribution is different. The way we have structured this distribution somehow magically impacts all of this, and we're not annoying reporters.
Yeah, if we can do this within 15 seconds, but here is another power for it for our clients. So now I've mentioned these 4 companies, and I wasn't even trying to promote them. So I can create listicles and literally put clients' names and people's names on GPT, on Claude, on Grok. So, and we're just scratching the surface. This is now for everybody again who is watching. You don't just do a press release and show up here. You need to know how AI processes things. You need to have access to the raw data. Please, please don't copy paste 3 paragraphs trying to do a press release for $1,000. It's not gonna work because you haven't done the research. You haven't dug into the perception. You're just gonna you might as well just burn that cash, right?
Jerome, when you click on the AI notice, I just want to show something with structure. I mean, there's so many, there's onions to this, right? Even the way in which this headline was written. Here's something that will make PR people cringe. Look at these 4 bullet points at the top. Like, this is totally the antithesis of what a press release format would be. But if we know that right now AI systems are only looking at the first 260 characters or something, right? I need to make sure that everything I need is hit up top. And then if you scroll down, there's this very ugly section called key facts. Like, why would you ever put this? It's redundant, whatever it is.
It's literally picking up from there.
It's literally using this. So this format matters. And then at the end of that one, there's also FAQs, and they're not self-serving FAQs, or that table format, and all this formatting matters. These FAQs here are actually written from prompts that people might be searching for, along with answers that are not self-serving to our company. They're answering the actual question.
Let's see if that pops up.
Ooh.
Let's see if that pops up. I'm curious. Is it going to refer it?
From your calendar.
And listen, I'm fine if it doesn't, y'all, because this is how we learn and improve.
There you go. It's still here.
Boom.
It still picks up.
I mean, I think I'm at the age of where this is exciting to me. I love this stuff, and I love all of our proof of concepts. And how long will it last that you can own this? That's the other thing. When agentic commerce is here, and bots are buying from bots, is this the Wild West right now, where you get to start to build your visibility at a much lower cost than it will be to compete at that level? I mean, that's what I think.
I can answer that question. How long does it last? It lasts as long as a better website with a better copy, with a better research, with a better authority does another Gen AI notice that is better than yours. It lasts as long as anything lasts in the world, which is somebody needs to do it better than you, and that's the game. But if you're going after a niche, for example, at Optimum 7, we're trying to go after enterprise platform migration, right? With Zen Media, we're trying to go after B2B PR, B2B enterprise AI visibility, AI perception, okay? So if I have these tools and I'm generating in this manner, and if all you're doing is copy paste in 3 paragraphs, who's gonna win? And this gives us a higher level indication where founders, CEOs, business owners, you guys unfortunately have to get into the details of this. Like, you can't just trust your marketer, your director of marketing, your VP of marketing anymore. We have a director of marketing, Kevin. I love him dearly, very hardworking guy, but I don't trust him to chase this stuff. Not from because it's a lot to expect. It's like, we have to help one another. Like, I have to know this technology. And a lot of business owners and CEOs are like, I have a VP that does that. Well, he ain't doing it.
And it takes multiple brains. Like, human in the loop, I need one part Duran, one part Kevin and team, one part Sarah and her team to get to these answers right now. That's such a good call out that it is not a singular authority source right now, because it doesn't exist.
Yeah. And we talked about this. The workplace is changing. The way that we do business is changing. The way we make decisions are changing. Everybody and their mothers have access to, if you're going to learn anything from this call today, everybody and their mothers have access to analysis. Everybody can use these AI visibility tools. I rank for 20 prompts. What to do? What are you going to do about it? What is the next step? Okay, how are you going to rank for 20 more? Like, there is no decision-making engine in any one of those solutions. Profound, for example. Profound has a great tool, great monitoring tool, but monitoring is not enough anymore. Look, we were literally live showing you the effects of this and what it can do for your business and how you can pop up. What are you going to do about it? That's the question.
I keep telling my friends, I'm like, do you want to impress your boss right now? I'm like, I will literally own you a category in 2 hours. Just call me. Let's do it. But why do we have this show 6 months out already? Because people aren't ready for it. Like, what does that mean? What do we do with that? Well, I'm like, own it now, keep owning it. And you're going to start to see traffic driven from LLMs. You're going to start to see RevOps impact with people citing LLMs as their source of information. I mean, that is why.
Yeah. So for the next 6 months, I am going to do 24 to 40 of these AI notices. When I own this category, how are you ever going to catch up to me? And I'm going to continue to do that every single month. So every month that you wait, it's going to be harder and harder for you to own that category. Try to own smartphones or mobile phones right now. Let me see how long it takes. Like, if somebody comes to us and gives us, hey, $1 million, you guys have 6 months to beat, like, I wouldn't take their money because we're not going to.
No.
But there are so many subcategories open right now. And, these are subcategories great for B2B businesses, industrial businesses, enterprise businesses, because a subcategory you own that might get you one lead, just one lead, pays for the whole thing. I just need one migration lead to pay me $100,000, pays for this whole execution.
Do you remember the day I messaged you in Slack and said, Duran, I think we're sitting on gold with these AI notices? And
I didn't pay attention.
No, I kept pounding up, Duran.
Yeah,
You're like,
it took a couple of months for me to see it. And this is why we don't blame, CEOs and business owners. It takes a minute. You're going to have to see, like, Sarah, we've had 20 conversations. I'm like, like, it clicks.
Right.
But again, it's one of the things about running a business where you have to differentiate what's important and what's not.
Well, it's the knowledge thing. People who see it, like, okay, so this is just a press release. And then you're like, this is built on data. This is built on infrastructure.
I asked that question to you like 100 times, I think. And it's just like kind of clicking now after we see some of these results. It's like, well, no, this has nothing to do with a press release. This is just the right research, right analysis, right process, right structure, drafted in a similar way, strategize, know what you're gonna rank for and know what you're not gonna rank for, know what you can be the answer for and know what you cannot be the answer for. Like, I literally had a client just talk about this. He comes to me and I'm like, what industry you want to target? He goes, this gentleman builds very, very intelligent systems, like lighting systems for commercial and luxury homes. He comes back, he's like, smart homes. I'm like, no. We're not going to take smart homes. There's $100 product that says it's a smart home. It's too saturated. But I can dominate in South Florida, in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, or Palm Beach. I can dominate like outdoor lighting systems.
Yeah.
Right. Commercial lighting systems, lighting infrastructure for luxury homes. We can dominate all of that, but not smart homes.
It's a waste of money. And I love that you do that, though. You will tell people, like, I'm not going to take your money to go after a category we cannot get, because, again, there's this knowledge gap. Yes, it makes sense. He knows his category, and that is what he does, but he will never rank for that. So it's just a waste.
Yeah. I want to rank for a marketing agency. Good luck. I'm not going to rank for it, you know? So anyway, but this is great insight. This is literally like real live diving into Sarah's crazy brain and my nerdy brain. We're going to do this every day. Anything that we missed here, Sarah?
No, I can't wait for tomorrow, because I'm going to make you talk about AI photo perception. We've got this crazy, I'm still floored. I can't wait. If you guys have a topic you want us to hit at any time, please message either of us, leave a comment. We can't wait to come back tomorrow. And by watching this, you will be 6 months out ahead already.
All right, perfect.